Hi, welcome to this month's webinar, What are FODMAPs?
Hi, I'm Colleen Sidek, registered dietitian and health coach. Today, we're going to be talking about one of the latest diet trends, the low FODMAP diet.
So to start out, what are FODMAPs? FODMAP stands for fermentable oligosaccharides, disaccharides, monosaccharides, and polyols. These are specific types of carbohydrates that are difficult for some people to digest and absorb. This includes things like lactose, found in milk and yogurt, fructose, found in fruit, and sorbitol and mannitol, sugar alcohols, found in some fruit and sugar-free products like chewing gum. It can also include foods like beans, wheat, onions, and garlic. When FODMAPs are consumed by people who are sensitive to them, they can't be properly digested, which results in bloating, abdominal pain, gas, diarrhea, and constipation. Why is knowing about FODMAPs important? People who suffer from irritable bowel syndrome or certain other digestive disorders may find that reducing the amount of FODMAPs in their diets helps them to avoid digestive discomfort after eating. Irritable bowel syndrome can be difficult to treat since researchers still aren't exactly sure what causes it. So it's helpful to be aware of what foods might cause more problems than others. How does the low FODMAP diet work?
The low FODMAP diet is made up of two phases.
In the first phase, also known as the elimination phase, intake of FODMAP-containing foods is strictly reduced. This phase lasts for about 2 to 6 weeks and allows the gut to recover and repair itself. In the second phase, also known as the reintroduction or challenge phase, FODMAP-containing foods are reintroduced one by one to identify what foods personally trigger symptoms in you. The foods that trigger symptoms are then eliminated or reduced in the diet, while foods that do not cause symptoms can be added back in. This should be done under the guidance of a registered dietitian or healthcare provider who specializes in the low FODMAP diet. After learning all about FODMAPs, you may be asking yourself, should I try the low FODMAP diet?
When people hear the word diet, many automatically think of weight loss. However, it's important to note that the low FODMAP diet is not that kind of diet.
The purpose of the low FODMAP diet is to improve quality of life by managing digestive discomfort in individuals who are sensitive to FODMAPs. So far, research most strongly supports use of the low FODMAP diet to provide relief to those with irritable bowel syndrome. Research on the low FODMAP diet and inflammatory bowel disease has also been promising so far. The low FODMAP diet continues to be studied and hope to identify other uses for which it may be appropriate.
Now that was a lot of information in a short period of time. Let's talk about some of the key takeaways from this.
We know that the low FODMAP diet is helpful for individuals who have trouble breaking down FODMAPs. However, if you don't have a problem digesting FODMAPs, then a low FODMAP diet may not be appropriate for you. The low FODMAP diet isn't necessarily more nutritious than other diets and isn't intended for weight loss. In fact, the initial elimination period of the low FODMAP diet can remove many nutritious foods, including certain fruits, vegetables, and whole grains, which are foods that most Americans aren't getting enough of to begin with. If you are considering trying the low FODMAP diet, talk with your healthcare provider to make sure that it's appropriate for you before making changes. To maintain good nutrition throughout the low FODMAP diet, make sure to work with a registered dietitian or healthcare provider who specializes in FODMAPs.
Thank you for joining us for this month's webinar, What are FODMAPs?
Join us again next month for our latest health and wellness tips.